Hello? Dragoner 15 calling. Lieutenant Borojevich? I see enemy troops moving near Sette Cassoni. Position 715 to 719.
715, 719. Very odd. All troops should have left that zone. Sette Cassoni was evacuated 2 days ago.
That's right. I checked the area yesterday. It was empty. The 4th Ulan's unit should be on the way there.
Tintoretto.
Tintoretto. Perfect. Never thought that painter would ever mean so much to me. All's going according to plan. The Italians have left the area. The Austrians haven't arrived yet. We're safe. I'm rather partial to the Impressionists myself. What about you, Claude?
Tinto.
Good. That's the signal. Our Austrian friend did his bit. It's our turn now.
Did you decipher the message, Ernest Way?
I did. That's our signal at last.
E-T-T-O.
Tintoretto. Can't find it on our code list. What does it mean?
He was a 16th century painter of the Venetian school.
So what? Dragoner 15. Dragoner 15, come in. Dragoner 15. What do you mean by Tintoretto?
My telephone wasn't working correctly. The message was Caporetto, not Tintoretto.
And what about Caporetto? I still don't understand.
For a brief minute, the telephone was cut off, and so I used the mirror. I thought that I had seen an Italian plane that was heading in the direction of Caporetto.
Why aren't you bombing the area between the positions I gave you? There are Italians out there.
Dragoner 15. I'll pass it on to the artillery unit immediately. They'll open fire.
I can't believe this. Bombing an empty area.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
I can't either. But we ought to tell them that because of their little stunt, we can't take Sette Cassoni. Go! On the double! Let's see if the pirate was right.
The Uhlans have sent word that the bombing at coordinates 715 and 719 are preventing them from getting to Sette Cassoni. There isn't a single Italian in sight.
So, Oberlieutenant Radetzky is either a fool or he's a traitor. But what justifies betrayal? It's always self-interest. So I wonder, who's this Radetzky?
He comes from an old aristocratic family. Yes, a very old family. Why?
After this war, which we will lose, yes, Borojevich, which we will lose. After the war, aristocrats may find themselves in a tricky situation. And if, unlike most aristocrats, this one has an ounce of sense in him, he may have decided to save his skin before it's too late.
You really think so?
Let's make him land, but without arousing his suspicion.
We're here at last. Just as the pirate said. The gold of the King of Montenegro. This is worth millions and millions of pounds!
After the invasion by the Austro-Hungarian army, the king fled and decided his gold would be safer in Italy, except that the Austrians advanced in Italy beyond Sette Cassoni, and no one could get to the gold.
Who told you where it was?
One of the Montenegrin Republicans. Now that the king has been overthrown, the Republicans want the gold back, so they offered me half of it to retrieve it for them.
Let's keep it all.
Forget it, Onatis.
You're too honest for a pirate. Time for an ouzo.
Ah, that's the best idea you've had all day.
The rain's getting heavier. It's perfect. That way no one will see us.
And it will remind us of our bonnie Scotland.
Quite right, Jonathan. Let's get cracking before the French get here. Bloody hell. Unexpected guests. A squad of Uhlans.
We'll take shelter in there.
Dismount! Take cover!
He cut himself loose. The wind will take him over enemy lines. Your friend Hrvatski seems to have concocted a rather cunning plan.
He's not my friend.
Call the air unit. Tell them I want my plane ready to go. I'll deal personally with his lordship.
Maybe they are crazy, but they're the best men for the job. That pirate knows what he's doing. Do you like Turner's paintings?
As I said, I'm not big on that art stuff.
Well, what we see here looks a bit like a Turner landscape.
Greetings, Belfort. Greetings, Claude. Glad to see you.
Have you found it?
Yes, at the very spot the pirate had indicated, under the tiles of the sacristy.
So all went according to plan.
Yes, apart from a squad of Uhlans which came down on us. But we haven't heard from them in quite a while.
We came down on them, rather, and they won't be asking for more. How many crates?
As many as we could ever dream of. Millions of gold ingots, bearing the seal of the King of Montenegro.
I'd never thought I'd take part in such a great military operation.
The day isn't over yet. The pirate's waiting.
It's all loaded. Let's go.
The area seems clear of enemy patrols. Keep your fingers crossed.
Look, Gustav, those wretched Scots, they're finally off.
Why do you always have to be so negative, Conrad? The way I see it, we drove those Scots away. We want Sette Cassoni back. And now, if you will, and if God is willing, let's go inside the church. We'll find candles to wax our mustaches.
Hrvatski isn't your usual aristocrat. He's a decent guy who got sick of sausages, of Strauss waltzes, and of the frivolity of his social set. He wants to buy a hacienda in Argentina. I hope he succeeds.
How did you contact him? Don't tell me you crossed Italian lines every time you had to speak to him.
Of course not. All I had to do was to stay put. Every other day, a village on the border would change sides. One day Austrian, one day Italian, depending on the troops advancing or retreating.
It's true. Lately, this war has been nothing but that.
In one of those villages, they make an excellent wine. That's where I met Hrvatski and all the others. Smart people who couldn't care less about this war.
Get this message to the West Prussian battery, on the double.
This Kraut's born under a lucky star. And we just missed our chance to get our hands on his share.
Sammy, he put his life on the line much more than we did. Let's go get him.
You talk about him as if he was family. We'd have been better off if he'd snuffed it. Let's be honest here. God, you never used to be so touchy. You've changed, and it's ever since you met that pirate guy. You should have stayed in Mestre, writing baloney for the papers.
Shut up, okay?
This message is for you. See ya.
I'm alive! Alive!
You did good, Hrvatski.
Alive! Alive!
Alive and kicking. Roasted, but nevertheless alive.
I can't hear you, my friend. I don't hear a thing. My ears hurt. Ah! I can't hear. I think I've gone deaf.
Here?
Let me give you a hand. That's just my luck. Honestly, if it was raining tomato soup, I'd be holding a fork.
For Pete's sake, Sammy, shut up.
Lieutenant, they managed to escape aboard an ambulance.
In an ambulance, you say? In my zone? All right, thanks, over and out.
You know, with my share, I'll buy a fleet of fishing boats.
And then?
Then I'll buy myself a big fleet of oil tankers. And you?
I have lots of friends. I'll spend the money with the lads and the ladies. That is, if this ridiculous war permits.
Can you believe this rain?
Welcome to sunny Italy. But it's better that way. At least the beach won't be too crowded.
Oh, I like a spot of rain myself.
I don't mind it either.
Listen up.
Earnest Way.
Belfond, as elegant as ever.
The gold. Have you got it?
Yes, we got it all right. It's the greatest military operation of the entire war. Well, at least that I've had anything to do with.
Same here.
I'm sorry, but I can't hear a thing.
Hrvatski, you did a great job. What matters is that you're alive. Now let's wait for the pirate.
Corto, they're here. I've lowered the rowboat. They'll be on board in half an hour.
Well, now I can finally tell you, Onatis. This plan was totally ridiculous.
On the right, an Italian outpost.
Marines from the San Marco Regiment, and on the left we have an Austrian regiment.
So nice to have company.
Look, they seem to have spotted something out on the sea.
They're bound to be Austrians.
Call headquarters. The Allied troops are attacking us.
Get down!
The Austrians are attacking. From the sea. Sammy, are you hurt? How do you feel?
How do you expect me to feel? I feel just as fresh as a daisy.
Get in! All the gold's on board!
Battalions, open barrage fire! The enemy has launched an offensive. Call the artillery.
Sir, I don't think it's more than a few bullets flying around.
Bullets flying round? What do you mean, bullets flying round? We must attack! Counter-attack! The Austrians shall not pass! Fire at will!
What kind of boat is this? A pedal boat would be faster.
The Greeks never could build a decent boat.
Italian staff headquarters.
I wasn't expecting an enemy attack on that front. But we have no choice. Do we, gentlemen? Bombard the entire Coore sector.
Welcome on board, my friends. Let us drink a toast to the gentleman of fortune of the world. So, is your book finished yet, Ernest Way?
Almost.
What are you gonna call it?
Farewell to the battalion.
Ah, good title for a war book. As agreed, half the treasure is yours. You'll divide it equally between you once you reach Toledo.
You're not coming?
No, I'm not coming. Give my share to the lady who owns the Gitanillo Inn near the synagogue. The House of El Greco. Now, gentlemen, let's go before someone spoils our party.